Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys for a minute while the kids are playing. Um, the Lord has been bringing up to me this week the scripture, what God has cleansed, you must not call common. And it's funny, he brought it to remembrance. When I was actually trying to encourage a sister who was expressing her feelings of unworthiness towards God and how, like, she just hates it. Like, she can't get over the fact that she's always going to feel that. She's always going to um, feel a lack and feel the separation and feel just the complete, like, I wish I could at least be even somewhat up to par, and I'm not. And she really struggles with that. Well, she's going through a season where she's really struggling with that. And, the Lord brought that scripture to my remembrance in order to use to encourage her. And so I had told her that and left her with that, but went home and, of course, I opened my Bible and it opens right up to um, that verse in Acts, and I see the words again. What God has cleansed, you must not call common. And, it's really easy for us to overlook all of the different aspects in our life that we are calling ourselves common or believing ourselves to be a common thing and not believing what God says about us now that He's redeemed us. And, there's a lot of whispers of the enemy that um, we tend to entertain, and we believe that it's self-help. We believe that it's, that we're doing like constructive criticism, and we're looking at ourselves and, I really need to work on this, and I really need to work on that, and I really need to pray more. I really need to, and it's all of these things come to mind of you to do, and that's the fight right there, is against that, against the urge to do something. We have to look at the righteousness of the flesh, which is the righteousness of the law, as rubbish. Paul says in Philippians, if anyone had any flesh to boast in, it was him. He was a Hebrew of Hebrews. He was circumcised on the eighth day, and he was from the tribe of Benjamin, and he was a Pharisee, and he was according to his zeal, he thought he was persecuting Christians for God, and that's what he was doing. So if anyone had any flesh to, according to the law, he was blameless in the works of the law. He was considered blameless, he said. So if anybody had anything to boast in with their flesh, before God, it was him. And he said he counts it all as rubbish. He counts it all as loss. Anything that he could have boasted in his flesh, he counts it as trash. And so that's how we have to look at anything that we have worth boasting in. We have to look at that as trash. Because at the end of the day, that righteousness is not the righteousness that God has declared for us to receive. The righteousness that God has declared for us is by faith in His Son, Jesus Christ. And that is the righteousness of God that only comes by faith. And that's the only way you can receive it. And a lot of people hate that. They hate that truth because a lot of undeserving people get it. A lot of undeserving people receive God's righteousness, even though they're sinners. So never ever call yourself a common thing anymore, because God has cleansed you. And what God has cleansed, you must not call common. God bless you, friends. Have a good one.